gypsum crystal from an acid salt lake in Western Australia. Gypsum is a type of salt mineral, which means it precipitates directly from salty waters. The predominant chemical composition of gypsum is calcium and sulfate, but this gypsum crystal also contains some other minerals. It contains iron oxides and clay minerals. It hosts probably thousands of microscopic pockets of remnant lake water that we call fluid inclusions. So besides including that lake water, there's also bits of atmosphere and microorganisms that are trapped there. So therefore, this gypsum crystal is a remnant of past lithosphere, hydrosphere, atmosphere, and biosphere. I'm Kathy Benison. I'm a professor of geology at West Virginia University and a member of the Explorers Club. When these lakes that precipitate these gypsum crystals, when these lakes dry up, the tops of the gypsum crystals are exposed to the wind, and the wind can attack them and break them up and erode them and carry them by wind and deposit bits of that gypsum crystal as gypsum sand in sand dunes and sand flats near the lakes. My question is, does this gypsum sand in its interior contain those tiny bits of past lake water, atmosphere, and biosphere that were present when it first grew in a lake as a gypsum crystal? Some outcomes for this work include figuring out past trends in environment, climate, and life, including past water pH, past lake water depths, past lake water compositions, and atmosphere and climate and weather over the past tens of thousands of years for inland Australia. Another outcome is making predictions into the future for how environment, climate, and biosphere interact with one another and how they'll react to climate change into the future. And a third outcome is just a better understanding of salt minerals on Earth and Mars. There's also some practical health applications here. So for example, if this gypsum sand contains heavy metals and or toxic microorganisms and it blows a long way and turns into dust, it could be easily breathed in by humans and cause some negative health impacts. So I'm really excited to do a field campaign in Western Australia to better understand these gypsum crystals and the sand, and to try to ask the question whether the sand is indeed a good proxy for past conditions of environment, climate, and life in past lakes. Thank you very much.